Hell on earth is not working in a 9-to-5 job you hate. Hell on earth is meeting your future self and realizing what you could have been if you went after your dreams. Therefore, you must protect the fire in your heart at all costs. You must defend self-doubt, which is the thief who takes away your dreams. Never associate with people who have given up on their dreams, and stop reading material that does not help you achieve your goals. This is your life. You've only got one shot at this. The day when you look in the mirror and say, "I've had enough," is a day that changes your life forever. Everyone has a moment in their lives when they've had enough. They've had enough of the abuse, the insults, being broke, disrespected, and just not going anywhere with their lives. Everyone has that breaking point. And when you've had enough, that's when life really begins to turn around. Being fed up is one of those keys to fueling your burning desire. And hitting rock bottom is one of the best things that can ever happen to you. Because when you've hit rock bottom, you've lost everything. Your spirit is dampened, your bank account is empty, you're in debt, your friends and even your girlfriend has left you. It's only times like this you learn what you're truly made of. For this is one of the most important and life-changing moments in your life. Therefore, you have to fully commit to this moment. Steve Jobs, he was the creator and founder of Apple. He built his company and it was worth millions by the time he was 30. It was during this time when he was also fired from Apple as well. At his speech at Stanford University, he said that when he was fired from Apple, it was one of the worst experiences of his life, but it was also one of the best experiences as well. Even though it felt like he was being hit in the head with a brick, he said that he just never lost faith during that moment. It was really bad tasting medicine for him, but looking back, he needed it. He then spent the next few months just figuring out what he wanted to do with his life. He was lost, he was confused because he just lost the company that he built for most of his lifetime. And despite what happened, he realized that the burden of being successful was currently lifted because he didn't have that pressure anymore. So therefore, this really freed himself up to really focus on what he really wanted to do, which was to be more creative. So then eventually he built a graphic animation company and he named it Pixar. He loved to create these animation movies, and eventually the movies that he made at Pixar was one of the top grossing movies in animation history. Then he started a company called Next, where he then began to produce some really amazing new computers. Years later, Apple bought Next, and then the computers that Steve Jobs built at Next was slowly integrated into Apple. Eventually, Steve Jobs was hired back at the helm of Apple, and then he produced the iPod, which was a phenomenal success. So the moral of the story is that sometimes when you're going through massive adversity and you've hit rock bottom, you really don't see the purpose behind it. The only thing you see is the pain and frustration around you. However, if you fast forward months or even years from that moment, you agree by looking back that if it wasn't for that single depressing rock bottom moment, then you wouldn't have been able to achieve XYZ. That is the true wisdom behind it, is that rock bottom is really the foundation that you need to build your success upon. There is absolute power in being fed up with your life. You got to commit to it and continue fueling the flame of burning desire. Because life is truly short. If you don't realize how short it is, I want you to take out a piece of paper and pen and draw a line across it. I want you to mark 6 vertical dashes. From each of these dashes, I want you to mark them 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and 72. When you've done that, just recognize that this is your life. This is the timeline of your life. People tend to live to the average age of 72. Identify where you are on your timeline and look at how much time you have left. By looking at this timeline, you realize that life is truly short and there is no reason for you to waste it doing something you hate. You should do something that you love to do and fill up your timeline with things that you love to do. We spend nearly 70% of our life in work. Don't waste it doing work that you hate to do. So what does this mean to you? So if you're 40, this means that you have 33 years left to live. We don't know what's going to happen to you tomorrow, next month, or next year. But what we do know is that you will die, I will die, and everyone around you will die. I know it sounds really depressing, but it's true. So the message behind this timeline is that you need to accept that time is limited, so don't waste it doing something you hate. Use the limited time that you have to do work that you love to do, and chase after the dreams you've always wanted. Therefore, you must be absolutely relentless towards your dreams and ambitions, because the older you get, the less time and energy you will have to achieve them. And remember, always stay strong and be relentless. My name is Quad Boy. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I've got some really amazing content that I'll be sharing with you every week, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.